Hey guys, I'm Jeff, and I'm just some random dude who likes to play Warhammer and make terrain out of his garage. So today I'm standing out here in said garage, surrounded by wasps and probably my neighbors driving by down the road. And I don't know about you guys, but I was a bit disappointed by Warhammer Community's face-off, in which we get to watch live as they put certain units from the Indomitus box against each other. I thought we were gonna watch this live. Can't we see the dice being rolled? So I was really curious, and I wanted to try to do my own little quick video of one of these face-offs. If I could produce it kind of decently, I'll try to do the rest of them, but for now, I'm going to stick to the Canoptech Scarab Swarms and the Outrider Squad. Well, I already have some Necron Scarabs, and then I'm gonna use some placeholders for the Outrider Squad. So my placeholders will be my wife's Storm Boys for 2 of the Outriders, and then I'm gonna use my wife's Orc Warlord, whatever he is, War Boss, yeah. I'm an amateur, by the way. I barely know anything about Warhammer. I've played, I don't know, like 10 games or something like that, so I really suck. So you're gonna have to bear with me on how much I suck. In fact, I'll probably call this channel Poor Hammer, because all my terrain is homemade, my figures are painted kind of crappily, and I don't know the rules very well. So, what we've got here is my Outrider Orc detachment, and then in the Indomitus face-off, they said that they put an equal amount of points of Scarabs against these Outriders. The Outriders are a 6 power for 3 of them. My Scarabs will be 1 unit of 6, which will have a unit power of 4, and a unit of regular 3 for a unit power of 2, combining them for 6 basic power. We're gonna use my table, which is just my regular custom table in my garage that I built, and we'll see how these play out. Let's check it out. All right, so we have our setup. We've deployed the Nanotech Scarabs. We've got our Outriders over here, and I am bringing up my Outrider Squad and Scarab Swarmer rules. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for initiative for both of these units. So for the Scarabs, we're gonna roll. It is a 1. For the Outriders, we're gonna roll. It is a 2. High rolling game already. Okay, so the Outrider Squad will go first, the Scarabs will go second. I would assume that the Outrider Squad, since it has heavy bolt pistol and twin bolt rifles by default, I'm gonna assume that the Outrider Squad are going to want to make pot shots at the Scarabs before the Scarabs get too close and into melee. So I'm going to only move a small amount so that my Outrider Squad is in rapid fire range because of their twin bolt rifles. So they have a 30-inch range on those twin bolt rifles. They are 24 inches away right now, so we need to be 15 inches away. So I need to move right up about there, which for them is a normal move. That is a 9-inch move, and we'll go to our shooting phase. This twin bolt rifle is a rapid fire 2, so each guy will get 4 hits. Their ballistic skill is a 3+. So we're gonna roll for hits. They miss 1, 2, 3. They make quite a few hits. Then we'll roll for wounds. So their strength on this weapon is a 4 to the Scarab's 3 toughness. So we're gonna be hitting on 3-ups, which is probably gonna take a lot of things out. We're gonna make 5 wounds onto these Scarabs, and the Scarabs will do their saving throw. It is a -1 AP, which means the Scarabs 6-up save basically makes it impossible. So I will take 5 wounds. Each of these swarms has 4 wounds. So I'm gonna say I'm shooting at this swarm right here. 4 wounds will completely kill this, and then we have 1 additional wound on that Scarab. Their shooting phase is done, so let's move on. We don't need to do a morale phase. And I guess it is now the Scarabs' turn. So the Scarabs are going to move their full 10 inches. Which is basically going to bring them right up here. It's going to move these little buddies right up here. And then we have charge range. Really, you gotta roll a 5 for them, and we're gonna really just gonna need to roll a 7 for them. So I'm gonna roll 2d6 for my charge for this unit right here. We'll charge. That is an 8, and we're gonna roll for this unit to charge as well. 5, 6. 6 will not put them in range, so they fail their charge roll, and we're gonna have to move on. So they charge, these guys are gonna take their overwatch. So again, it's going to be 4, 8, 12 shots because they're in rapid fire. When firing overwatch, you can only hit on a 6. So we'll roll, see how many 6s. Holy crap, they actually get a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4. They get 4 hits on their overwatch. So we're gonna roll the wound now. It'll be a weapon strength of 4 to a toughness of 3, so they're gonna hit on 3 ups again. They wound every single shot. The Scarabs cannot save against this because it's a -1 to AP to their 6 save, so they take another 4 wounds. Each of these guys has 4 wounds, so this guy's gonna take the last 3 that he had. And then we're gonna put a marker to indicate that another one has 1 wound of 4. Fighting phase, I have 4 Scarab swarms in combat. Each of these guys has 4 attacks each. When resolving attack made with the feeder mandibles, an unmodified hit roll of 6 automatically scores a hit and successfully wounds the target. Do not make a wound roll. Each of these guys gets 4, so it's gonna be 16 attacks. On 6s, it is a successful wound. All right, they actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 solid wounds that I don't even have to roll a wound roll for. They are hitting on a 4+, so miss, miss, miss. So they have 10 wounds for this Outrider squad to make saving throws for. So the Outrider squad has saving throws of 3+. These mandibles have no AP, so these guys are just shooting straight 3 ups to save. Okay. They get a solid 3 wounds through. These guys each have 4 wounds, so nobody's dead. Now the Outrider squad can fight back. They're gonna fight back with their chainsword because they get an additional attack with this weapon. The regular Outriders have 2, which brings them to 3 attacks. And the Sergeant has 3 attacks. Adding to that will be a 4. These guys have a weapon skill of 3+, so they gotta roll 3 ups. This is a 1 way over here. Lots of 1s there. Miss, miss. So they only get 3 hits. They're wounding. Let's see. Chainsword will have a strength of 4 to the Scarab's toughness of 3, so it's going to be 3 up to wound. Every one of them wounds. That is 3 wounds. And it has a -1 AP, so these Scarabs cannot roll saving throws. This Scarab takes an additional 3, and he's dead. they're gonna go ahead and just make their attacks. Again, 3, 3, and 4 with their chain swords. They gotta roll 3 ups to hit. These are misses. These are all hits. They have 5 hits. Rolling to wound. Strength 4 to toughness 3, so it's gonna be 3 up. Miss, or they have only 2 wounds off of that. The swarms are gonna retaliate now. They only have 3 guys left. There's a wasp coming in. Let's get rid of this wasp. Wasp has been dispatched. Scarabs are gonna retaliate. They have 4 attacks apiece. I'm only down to 3 scarabs left. They're gonna attack with their mandibles. 4, 8, 12 attacks. Weapon skill 4+, so hitting on 4. Any 6s will automatically wound, which I got none. All of these are misses. They only get 3 hits. Weapon strength of 3 against, toughness of 5. Which means we're gonna have to roll 5 ups, and we got 1 6. Movement roll, or I'm gonna make my movement, then I'm gonna roll to charge. They are definitely charging successfully. Now I have all of my scarabs in range. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for all of my scarabs. Each of these is getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 times 4. 24 chances at killing these guys. 6s will automatically wound. Otherwise, I will hit on a 4+. Let's count up our 6s first. We got 3 auto wounds, and then 4 ups. Take out all my misses. Okay. We got 9 hits and 3 automatic wounds. We're gonna roll to wound now. So these guys need to roll a 5+ in order to wound. We got a lot of 1s in here. They got 3 more wounds. So we have 6 wounds for the Outriders to defend their saving throws with. These will hit on a 3 up. They are successful on 4 of them and take 2 wounds, which means 1 Outrider is dead and this other guy gets a wound. They're now going to fight back. Overrider Sergeant gets 4 hits with his chainsword. Regular Outrider gets 3. They're hitting on a 3 up against this unit. They don't get very many hits, surprisingly. They will roll to wound, which will be strength of 4 to the toughness of 3, so it's going to be hitting on 3 up. Both of them wound, so this little guy is going to take 2 more wounds to hit him to 4. He's dead. Okay, next round we've got our Outrider squad attacking. They're gonna go with their typical chainsword again. 4 for the Outrider Sergeant and 3 for the Outrider. They're gonna roll to hit on a 3+. They hit everything except for 1. Then they're gonna roll to wound on a 3 up. They're gonna miss 2 wounds. They're gonna get 4 wounds off of that. The Scarabs cannot roll to save, so they just take them. So he's gone. He's going to have his counterattack. The Scarab can attack with 4. He's gonna hit on a 4+ with 6's auto wounding. He gets 2 hits and a wound. Rolling to wound on a 5+. Misses 1, he gets 1 extra wound. They're saving for the wounds on a 3+. They save them both. Now it's Scarab's turn. So that's gonna be 12 attacks. Got neighbors in my neighborhood making noise in their cars. They're making a 4-up attack. 6s will auto wound. 2 auto wounds. Lots of misses. But they did get an okay amount of hits with 2 auto wounds. We're gonna wound on a 5+. All right. Got 4 extra wounds, so they have 6 wounds to defend on, 3 ups. Okay, now the car alarm's off, so they save everything, but take 1 wound. So, he's gonna go up to 2, and they're gonna counterattack. 4 and 3. They're hitting on 3 up. They miss 3. They get 4 hits. Rolling to wound on a 3 up. They get 3 wounds down. Might as well put it on him. Back to the Outrider squad for the final round. Attacking, hitting on 3 up. They're gonna miss. They've got 5 hits. They're gonna wound on a 3-up wound roll. They miss 2 wounds, so they're gonna get 3 wounds. I'm gonna apply it to this guy. Okay, yeah. Gonna go ahead and apply it to him. This is a separate unit, so they can't counterattack. Scarabs are gonna attack for 12. They're gonna attack and hit on 4s. 6s will auto wound. No 6s. Very few 4s. They've got to get a 5-up to wound. They get 1 wound off. This guy goes to 3. They're gonna counterattack. A 4 and a 3. They're hitting on a 3-up. They get 4 hits. They're gonna wound on a 3-up. They get 3 wounds. Off on Pretty Boy there. That was a counterattack, so now we are back onto the Outriders attack phase. Our combat phase. We're gonna hit on 3s. Man, they're getting good rolls. They're gonna wound on 3s. Ooh, never mind. They're getting 2 wounds off. 1 to kill him, and 1 to apply to another Scarab. Scarabs are counterattacking, hitting on 4, and 6s are auto wounds. They only get 2 hits. So sad. Now they roll to wound. Oh, they get both. 2 wounds will kill 1. Put 1 wound on the Outrider Sergeant. All right, it is now the Scarab's turn. Going to hit on a 4-up. 1 auto wound. Get 3 hits. We're going to wound on a 5-up. Nice, he gets 2 extra wounds out of it. If he fails all of these, he's dead, but we'll see. On a 3-up, he saves. Oh my god. He takes the rest of his damage, and the Scarabs take the match. Wow, okay. So there you have it. My gameplay is a little bit flawed. I made a lot of mistakes, but you get a general idea of how this match would go with these Scarabs versus these Outriders. On first glance, I actually really thought that these Outriders would just totally outclass the Scarabs. 9 Scarabs don't come in the Indomitus box, so what comes in the Indomitus box isn't gonna have the same result here. We took an equivalent power value of Scarabs and put them up against these Outriders. That being said, the Scarab still came out on top. I would go ahead and refilm this. I would probably do a second round and refilm this if I thought that maybe this video is gonna be more successful as it is. But for now, I'm gonna keep it like it is because I'm really just making this first video as an experiment to see what kind of production value I can put into this, whether or not it even looks good or whether or not it seems like a successful thing for me to do. In the future, if I make other videos, I'll probably use more than one camera angle. I'll have that one static camera. I'll put some other things up. I'll make it a little bit more dynamic of a video, but for now, this is a play test and it's a video test. So for now, don't like and subscribe because I'm just some idiot. You don't need me. But look out for future videos in case I do start making them, and if they do start getting good, I'll start telling you to subscribe. Thanks for watching.